Ubermensch!
The Ubermensch is a sign of nature, of evolution. The Superman has toppled all your silly, frivolous ideas.
The Superman is a miracle, a sign from God.
A sign that says what, huh?
A sign that God's power is still strong. A sign that God's will is manifest in every single person.
No! The science is behind the Superman. All those studies they conducted. All that research behind it.
Science can be wrong.
But at least we have evidence. What do you have, huh? Exactly.
I have belief.
In an empty superstition.
Belief in something greater. The so-called age of the Superman is God's salvation.
The Ubermensch has done more to help humanity than God ever has. Than he ever will. Where was your God when the North Koreans launched a Type 1 huh? Did he stop the nukes?
God was manifested.
Don't give me that. The Superman, the Ubermensch, Karl Schroeder, whatever you want to call him, is staunch an atheist as any.
And even he doesn't know his place in the grand scheme of things.
What a load of horseshit, honestly.
You'll see the light. They all do. They always do.
What book is that?
Nietzsche.
How stupidly appropriate.
I've read it 8 times in the last hour.
You know, I couldn't get through it once. Is there a reason you had to wear the get-up to the appointment? I thought you were taking a day off.
You know, in case something happens on the way.
You can't fight crime in civilian gear.
Does not feel right.
You're an odd one.
That's why you love me.
Partially. Carl?
Your pulse is higher than it should be. And you're perspiring. Pupils are dilated. You're either very horny or you have some news for me. I'm guessing it's the second.
Well, it could always be the first.
Still, being me, what I can't decipher is whether the news you have to give is the good kind or the bad kind.
Well, it's...
The bad kind.
yes.
Was it?
Carl...
Perhaps we should be going.
Where?
Anywhere but here.
Ian, I wasn't expecting you.
I can't drop by a former student?
I suppose you can.
What are you doing?
I'm writing this week's sermon.
Can I see? It is said that what?
Well, that's all I have so far.
Really? What's this whole thing supposed to be about?
The superhero.
I'd say that's very topical of you. But aren't you a few years too late?
Well, my sermons aren't exactly keeping my flock on the edge of their seats. And this is interesting. I'm sure a few people in the congregation are interested to know what my views on the subject are. And besides, it's not like the debate between gods and heroes is going to die down anytime soon.
For us, there should be no debate.
I know, but still, it's an interesting topic for the general discourse, is it not?
It is.
Did you ever do a sermon on it?
A few.
And?
They were mediocre, I think. About how the chosen ones and such can be misguided. The kind of things that need to be stated, over and again.
I was thinking about taking my sermon in that direction too, but...
But?
I'm not sure if I believe it.
We all have doubt.
Well, this goes a ways beyond doubt.
Do tell?
Well, I was thinking, what if God really is dead?
A moment.
What was that all about?
The door. I was closing it. You can't let people hear this.
I'm not exactly shouting my doubt from the rooftops here. And such caution isn't exactly...
Doubt is a part of life. But it's how we deal with that doubt.
But this goes a measure beyond doubt.
Then explain further.
Well, when a man can do all that God can, what does that mean for us?
But he can't. He can't form a man from clay. He can't construct a world of power and beauty and wonder. He can't do the work of God.
But what about all he can do? The invincible Superman, here so we don't have to work anything out for ourselves. What about all of that, huh?
It's difficult.
Exactly.
Stop writing for a while and take a break. Reread Genesis.
Why Genesis?
Because that's one of the most faith-affirming one of them all. What Superman can do those things?
Uh-uh.
Come, let's go for a walk. Perhaps that's all you need.
I'd rather just sit here and think.
No, that can only do you harm. Come on.
No, really,
No.
Excuse me?
As a teacher, let me give you one more lesson.
So, are you going to the public with it?
If it's the facts that I've died, why would I?
Well, it's something you might want to let on.
Well, I'll notify the proper authorities, the various governments that rely on me and whatnot. But the people? The populi? Never.
They're gonna find out eventually.
That may be so. But even still, I prefer that they find out later than sooner.
I guess. You know, you seem to be taking it rather well.
I have a good 4 months ahead of me. Imagine what can be accomplished.
You can solve a lot of conflict in that time, Carl.
I don't think I'll be doing that.
How come?
I've been thinking, maybe it isn't right for me to be playing God.
You were playing God?
I was. Wasn't I? Between the Americans and the Koreans? The nuclear disarmament? What else was I doing?
You were mediating.
And why did they listen to me?
Because!
Because I had the powers they feared. Because I was greater than them. It's different when they mediate with each other. They do that out of respect. They let me solve all their problems out of fear.
Either way, you're still making the world a better place, Carl.
And now I'm dying. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I honestly thought I couldn't die.
That's understandable.
No. No, it's not. You see,
Holy shit! It's Carl Schrober.
The hero.
Hero.
What a hero.
perhaps you should be going.
Carl.
What was that?
We didn't do anything wrong.
There's a firearm in it.
Shouldn't you help put it out?
Please, don't make me.
Don't make you what?
Something you regret?
We're doing nothing wrong. Besides, we can't hurt you.
You're a god.
No, I'm not.
Of course you are. Now what's it they call you?
The next step.
The death of God.
Proof that true power comes from within our evolution.
What's it they say?
He can't be a freak of nature.
Never mind, there's no evidence of a similar being.
Except Jesus.
Except him.
I guess it just goes to show.
How we abuse our gifts.
The God-given ones.
How unnecessary.
He wouldn't have scratched you.
You're immortal.
No, I'm not.
Of course you are.
You'll outlive all of us.
No, I won't.
Of course you will.
And you can make speeches where you shit on our beliefs and talk about... What is it that he talked about?
Bigger than God. Bigger than God.
You'll outlive all of us. There'll be no punishment for you.
No!
What?
I'm dying.
Really?
My body, it's giving out on me. I have but a few months to live.
How delicious.
It's going.
The Super Dawkins, the Ubermensch, the immortal demigod, he's leaving us.
Please.
Look at him beg. How frail.
Just look at his eyes.
Defeated.
Where'd he go? Does it matter?
He's dying. Where do we go? To the press, of course.
Press. To the press.
Ian,
Joe?
I love you like a father. I really do. But that walk did nothing.
But it was in silence, though, for a reason. Did you not think to clear your head as we walk through the beauty of the world?
No?
Then you failed. Another walk, perhaps?
No, I have to take confession.
It can wait.
No, I appreciate your help, but
You're in no position to be giving advice to anybody.
And we're all hypocrites. Only God can judge me.
A sure point.
So can I have my unquiet peace?
I try only to help you.
And it's duly noted. Now please.
Of course.
Hello?
Hello?
Do you have a name?
Carl.
Touchy name to have at times like these.
I imagine it becomes the next Adolf.
Nonsense. I'd think the opposite.
Sometimes, I'm not so sure. You a fan of the Superman?
Our official position is to condone what he does, not what he espouses.
Our?
The church.
Is this your position too?
Does it matter?
I guess not.
So you have a confession.
A few, I think. I've never done this before.
Well, are you Catholic?
No, I've never even been in a church before. I didn't expect everything to be so grand.
So then why...
It felt like the right thing to do.
Okay. So confess.
Where do I start?
How about the most recent sin?
I just held 4 people against their will.
What do you mean?
Call it forcible confinement.
That's...
Before that, I blasphemed the Lord.
Okay, that's normal, but back to the first one.
Sex, the Lord David.
Again, okay, but...
I killed my first sexual partner.
What?
Not intentionally. I didn't know my own strengths. It took me years to get over. I still feel like I'm paying. Granted, she was hired by the Chinese to kill me.
Is this a joke?
No. Do I keep going?
Who are you?
I once claimed that my strength was greater than 1,000 gods. It's a famous speech, actually.
So you mean to say that you're...
Carl Schroeder. Yeah.
Prove it. Anyone could do that.
You'll find that in the intervening periods between the lights on and the lights off, all particles of dust and structural issues within this building have been eliminated.
I thought you once called religion the shit-smeared defecatory output of middle history, a promise of escape with no reward.
Perhaps my perspectives have changed.
How come?
You haven't turned on the TV lately, have you?
No?
I'm dying.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's confession supposed to achieve?
I don't know. Perhaps make amends.
To us? Those you hate so dearly and damage so well?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I never thought that I would be confronted with the things that confront you people.
Death.
Yeah.
Well, Carl, we all die. And we all do it alone.
You don't sound